watching Doctor Who.
Hi there, guys. Welcome to I Should Be Writing, the podcast for wannabe fiction writers. I'm your host, Mur, and I have a new setup today. I have not a new mic, but a new setup for the mic. I don't really like where the camera is, but the desk is still pretty messy, so I need to shift that around over here, and then I'll be looking right at it. But I kind of fixed the chroma key, and I've kind of fixed my lighting. I'm getting there. I even put on makeup today so I don't look super shiny and 73. So that is a thing that's happening. My world. Where the hell's my phone? I don't even know. Great, that was my plan. My plan was to look at chat on my phone so my computer did not freak the hell out, because it has been freaking out a lot. So let me close some stuff and maybe chat will load. What do we think? I hope everyone had a good weekend. Had a lot of fun doing my first Twitch AMA yesterday. Usually do a hour-long lunchtime AMA kind of thing for Patreon supporters, but people agreed that Twitch was more fun and they didn't care about the Patreon limitation. So I figured, okay, no problem. No skin off my nose, so I moved it to Twitch, which is more fun. Easier to stop and then start again, as I discovered, and there are fun emotes. Also, I can promote the Extra Life campaign where I'm trying to raise money for Duke Children's Hospital. I was there yesterday. Going to a hospital in times of COVID is not easy. And I won't even tell you everything I went up against, because it's all very boring. It's one of those things where it was super frustrating and so boring to relate. But it's like running a gauntlet. I'll just say that I showed up 15 minutes early, and by the time we sat down in the exam room, we were 30 minutes late. So that's what's going on there. But if you could support Duke Children's Hospital via Extra Life, just check out the banner above. That should take you right to my donate page. I hope. See if I can set up some semblance of looking at chat. Might have to close down Discord, but I don't really look at Discord much while I'm streaming. So sorry about that, guys. Really want to know where I put my phone, though. Just overall. Be good to know. Not a good thing to lose. But considering I haven't been out, I doubt it's gone far. Oh, boy. Here we go. Hello, EA Podcasts. I'm assuming that is Alistair. Hello, Alistair. Yeah, the background, I finally got it to where it's not looking horrible with the chroma key. I spent some time working on lighting, and then I put my hair down, and my hair is part teal, and the camera saw right through it. So I had to put my hair back up. I might figure that out. Yeah, if I've got a spare tablet, monitor the chat, and turn the stream off, yeah, that's the thing. I do, but they're all in the other room, and I'm not prepared. So, perhaps if the child is watching, I'm not sure. She may be in her room doing something else, but she could try to find my phone. But otherwise, I think I'm going on my own. It's scary. Something has come up twice recently, and it's made me think a lot. And unfortunately, it's one of those things that you think about when you're having deep thoughts, and you don't think about it when you actually need to be thinking about it. And I will elaborate. Don't worry. It has come up more than once in chat, in streaming, in Discord, how to manage the mainly imposter syndrome, but the bigger question is, as creative people and as newish writers, we're very emotional. Your first rejection socks you in the jaw. Your second re-emphasizes that the first one was right. And we quit because of that. We quit because people don't believe in us. We quit because people are out there and they just want to hurt us. And the thing is I'm realizing when we go up against imposter syndrome, when we go up against that feeling of, oh my God, what did I say? The world must be thinking I'm a dreadful, terrible person. And as we know, if the world thinks you're a dreadful, terrible person, they'll tell you on Twitter. But the thing I'm trying to say is I'm realizing that emotions are not reality. And we so often treat them as if they are. Emotions are valid. Emotions need to be worked through. But, for example, I have arachnophobia. I have blocked people on Twitter just for posting pictures of spiders. One of the bravest things I think I've ever done is when my daughter was sick at home from school and unable to handle it for me, a spider egg sac had hatched, and there was suddenly we saw the sun fell on the spider web that went like from the window to the TV, and you could see tons of baby spiders crawling across it. And possibly one of the bravest things I've ever done is take care of that. I mean, I don't scream and run, but I do react very startled and violent and unhappy. That's not reality. That's my fear talking. When we get oh, no, thanks, Al. I mean, I really think it's in another room, and I don't want to leave the stream, because, I mean, there's not a lot of life to find on this planet behind me, so I appreciate the offer, though. Al is offering to ring my phone so I can find it. But thank you very much. When you get that first rejection, when you get that 100th rejection, the emotional reaction hurts. When you get an edit letter, the emotional reaction hurts. You're wondering if you're the one author that the editor really rejects. Where's my words? Where are the words? Okay, wow, words went away. I'm a writer. I am. Regrets. God. You're the one author that the editor regrets signing because your book is harder to edit than any other book, and they're really sad that they did it. Those are not reality. Those are emotional. When you feel like you are an imposter and you're the only one who feels that way and everybody else is totally legit, and you're the one who said the awkward thing that either got the side eye or people didn't pay attention to, or they took completely wrong, and you know that if you try to explain yourself, you'll just look more like a dork, or the fact that you've got a new book and everybody else is established and you're going to be a one-shot wonder if your book hits Wonder Stage. I don't know what Wonder Stage is. But anyway, all of those are emotions, and they're not reality. And the reason why I'm talking about this again is because I like I said, I spoke about it again on the AMA and chatted about it last night a little bit, and then found myself in a online social situation where, to me, I completely mortified myself, and I thought everything was terrible, and any sort of relationship I was building with the people that I was interacting with was completely shot. And I just wanted to run away. Those were my emotions talking. And after all that talking I did about how emotions aren't reality, I totally acted like they were last night. And today I'm like, wait a minute. This is exactly what you've been talking about. You don't know what's in other people's heads. You have to look at the reality that exists. For me, I worry about my book. But my publisher would not have signed me had they not believed in me. I think that I am dreadful and awkward in social situations, but nobody's ever pulled me aside to tell me that. Actually, they did in college, and I'm very grateful to you, Russ. If you ever find me online again, thank you, because Russ is the one who told me, don't be like that. And it's easy to look at this when you're not feeling terribly emotional. It's easy to say, well, of course writers get rejected. And then when you get rejected, it's a knife in your heart. And I don't know how to build up that wall of reality over here and emotion over here. And I'm not saying deny emotions at all. I'm saying acknowledge that you're feeling them, but also recognize they may not be reality. And this is relevant in almost anything. You know, if you're trying to sell a book or get an agent or finish a book, you know, you sitting there going, this thing I'm working on is crap, and I hate it, and I won't be able to finish it, and it's awful, and if I ever can get someone to sit through reading the whole thing, they're gonna hate it. No editor will ever buy it. I mean, on and on and on. This is the 35,000 mark for me. Even that. Alone in my room, not interacting with anybody else who I could even perceive judges me, I can still have an over-emotional reaction that's not reality. The book may suck, but I'll find out later. And it probably doesn't suck as badly as I think it does. So, that's mainly what I wanted to talk about today. It's a matter of emotions versus reality, and how when you have an emotional reaction to something, you gotta think, is this reality? I deal with spiders, and I understand that spiders are useful, and I understand that spiders they catch bugs that really are a menace, and they catch mosquitoes, and I hate mosquitoes. I should be more afraid of mosquitoes than spiders. Mosquitoes have done me a lot more harm, but I'm not. So I don't go out and say we must exterminate all spiders. I don't kill spiders. But I still have an extremely fearful reaction when I see one. So I try to let reality rule, even though emotions are telling me to run around the room screaming. So yeah, that's mainly what I wanted to talk about today. Not a lot of chat, except for Alistair offering to ring my phone. Is there anything people want to talk about or ask about writing? I actually have been semi-productive. Yesterday, I set up a live Twitch writing period. And I'd done it once before. And it went pretty well. I was productive. A couple of people logged in and wrote with me. A couple of people found the stream and were very confused about what it was. But overall, I was productive. And yesterday, after I promised I would do it, I realized I had that hospital appointment that I had agreed or had set up. And so I realized I could only do a tiny bit. But I promised it, so I logged on to Twitch and I started the stream, and I wrote for 15 minutes, and then I had to shut it off, and then I had to go do the hospital thing. My intent was to do more last night, but like I said, running the gauntlet of going to a hospital this time of year, in this moment in history, it's basically, I came home and collapsed. So I want to thank you guys, the 2-3 people who showed up to write with me, because I got 300 words yesterday that I would not have gotten otherwise had I not promised to do the live thing on Twitch. So, no working. Are these recorded so I can write with you later? Do you mean these I should be writings like I'm doing right now, or do you mean the write with me moments I mentioned yesterday? Because I'm not doing the I should be writing. I'm not doing the live writing now. I'm just doing a regular show. There's not a lot to record unless you want to have silence and me frowning at a screen for half an hour. Maybe people would like that. Thank you, Underpope. Everyone is okay, but just sometimes when you need something looked at, they're like, yeah, go to the children's hospital. And we're like, the hospital, really? It was an outpatient thing. Just, go in, be seen, and leave. But you just don't want to go to a hospital right now. You don't. It's not, just crowded and people and security guard laughed at me. It was really funny because the woman's like, okay, to get to the children's hospital, go down here, take that elevator, and then tell the security guard where you're going. And so we get off the elevator and we're like, we're supposed to tell you where we're going. We're going to the children's hospital. And he's like, you're supposed to tell me? I'm like, not like you, Officer Gomez. I mean, like, you, the security guard. She said, tell you. And he just thought it was funny. And then he sent us the right direction, but it was awkward. I wasn't sure what more information I was supposed to have. But the write-in, yes, it is a motivation to write. I find it motivating because there's a camera on me. I've been considering doing like Google Meet where everyone is on camera. But honestly, right now I'm focused on getting comfortable with Twitch. And then maybe I will expand a little bit. But yeah, I'm sorry, Brenier, I apologize. But if you check Mer's feed, it does have replay options. Yes, you can replay that 15 minutes of me writing. But honestly, there's not a lot there. Just me talking at the beginning, saying what I'm intended, and then me apologizing for having to run away after 15 minutes. But I think that's it for me. Does anybody have any writing questions? I don't think I have anything in email. Let me check. Brenny, okay. Sorry about that. Thank you for being a good sport about it. Apologies go a long way, though. They sure do. Yeah, I don't have any emails. If you have emailed me, you should probably email me again, because I don't have it. So, yeah, wait a little bit of time for questions, but otherwise, we're just... August keeps going on despite me telling it not to. UNC Chapel Hill was open for a week and then has gone digital or gone virtual for undergrad because they had possibly the worst setup, according to the CDC, of dealing with the virus. And surprise, surprise, they got I think five clusters of infections in the first couple of days. And my old paper, the Daily Tar Heel, got national attention yesterday when they put a major F-bomb on the front page of the opinion section, basically saying, I won't swear, that UNC had a cluster F on its hands. And they stand by that word because of the wordplay with the clusters, because cluster means 5 people in a closed setting all getting the disease. And definition of that word is pretty much up there with higgledy-piggledy. It means a real mess. So I feel so bad for people who just moved in, having to turn around and go back home. Let's see. I have a couple of questions. Tolliver 10 says, what writing program do you use? I love Scrivener. I am not a religious Scrivener person. I don't believe everybody should use Scrivener. I have one major problem with it, and that's I haven't figured out all the bells and whistles, so if it does this, I don't know how. But I don't know how to search for something in all the separate files that make up one book. One thing great about it is you can put each chapter, even each scene in a separate file, so you could even move stuff around or whatever. But if you want to see how many instances this name is in the whole book, don't know if that's possible. But otherwise, I love Scrivener very much. I think I still have some things to learn. It's one of those robust programs that I just haven't learned everything. But usually I'll write in Scrivener and then I'll compile into Word, clean it up, and turn it in. So Scrivener plus Word, because I really don't think you can be in, I don't know what other people use, but pretty much the Western world and writing needs Word, unfortunately. Or to be able to save to a .doc file. Let's see, Tolliver 10, yep, son-in-law's daughter, this is her first year at Chapel Hill. Oh, chose reluctantly to learn online. Oh. Try Search Project. Thank you, Ansela. I will check Search Project because I have to write after I record this. But, yeah, I did the son-in-law's daughter choose to, like from the beginning to go online, or is she going home right now? Because choosing to go online is tough, but moving in and then having to go home, I can't imagine that heartbreak. Scrivener's too much. I am enjoying Wavemaker. I have a project in each and find myself on the Wavemaker project more. I'm finding more times you may think that you have a preference for something, but then when you get down to it, you end up eating the same thing on the menu as you always do, or what you actually end up doing is your real preference. I tried to set up a standing desk, and what the standing desk did was get me to write on the couch. I have since tried again to set up a standing desk. Alistair, if you're still watching, I cleaned my office and set up my standing desk yesterday. Very proud of myself because it was a mess, and I could either set up a standing desk or have a sitting set up, but going between them was very difficult because the place was really messy. And I've got this really neat folded cardboard standing desk that you've just folded it up and you put it on your desk, and it's pretty much at the right height it's got a height for a place for a monitor where I put my laptop, and then a place for a keyboard. My throat is doing bad things. Excuse me. Hope it's not the COVID. So Tolliver says yes from the beginning, so I think she probably made the right decision. So, but yeah, we're taking our kid to school next week. We have brought up the idea that she may need to turn around and come back home. after a week or two. So we're still discussing that. They have been told when they move in, don't pack what won't be easy to take up with. Because if it gets bad, they are going to send everybody home. Reedsy just announced its new writing platform today. Can you tell me any more about that, Ansela? Reedsy sounds familiar. What is that? I don't know it. And is it available today, or did they announce it today? I hope Ansela will answer me, and in the meantime, I will point out that I am raising money for Extra Life the money will go to Duke Children's Hospital, and I'm going to be raising during I Should Be Writings and my gaming, still tearing up, and my gaming, which I'll be doing on Thursday nights, and yeah, it's a good cause, and I'm eager to get into the Extra Life. Wow, words are hard today, aren't they? The family of people who raise money. Family of people who raise money, that's what I'm going to say. Those are the words I have chosen to use. Oh, crap, Ansela, I'm sorry. I have links turned off. So, can you write it out? I really need to fix Nightbot. I keep forgetting to until Nightbot clamps down on something else. Reedsy is sort of a place you can find publishing professionals like cover designer and editors. Oh, and so now they have a writing platform. Interesting. Reedsy.com. Thank you. I mean, I do appreciate the filters they have. Yesterday, I got startled because I'm not big enough to have or need moderators, and I'm still not good at wrangling chat while I'm talking. And so someone came on and asked me a very offensive, racist question, and I think it was the Twitch moderator bot that caught it and asked me if I wanted to approve that to go into my chat, and I said no. But then it picked another one up that just made me laugh a lot, because somebody was writing about a problem he was having and saying, blah, 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 maybe I'm anal retentive. And it was the anal that Twitch grabbed as possibly offensive because sexual nature. I giggled a lot. I have to admit it. I know. I'm sorry. I'm 12 sometimes, but yes, I will allow that word in chat. No problem. You want to talk about racist crap? No. But you could talk about being anal retentive about your writing practices. Sure. No problem. I totally forgot that I wanted to apologize. Normally I stream at 12:30 on Tuesdays, but haven't seen my dad and stepmom in a long time, and they had an appointment down here, and so they came through when we set up tables, and we had a nice picnic lunch in the yard, appropriate distances from each other, but I had to be available when they came through, which was lunchtime. So sorry that this started late. Sorry for anybody who wanted to see the live stream and missed it. So Thursday, my intent again is to be do another live I Should Be Writing at 12:30 Eastern Daylight Time, and then I'll be streaming How to Fool Boyfriend, where I date pigeons in a Japanese dating sim on Thursday night around 8 o'clock EDT. So if there are no more questions, I will go ahead and wrap this up. Remember, if you got a few bucks, check out the Extra Life donation drive for Duke Children's Hospital. If you want to support me, you can do so at patreon.com/mightymur, and you'll get a variety of treats. The things people usually like include access to all of the archives, and this show's been going on for 15 years. And actually, I think we just recently passed the 15-year mark. I don't celebrate it every year. I forget. And by this time, I'm just like, it was mid-August, right? Yeah, it was mid-August. So, happy birthday, I Should Be Writing. 15 years, 500 some episodes. I think we're on 514. And if you want to see my page, that's murverse.com. I'm on Twitter at Mighty Mur, Twitch at Mighty Mur, and basically it's Mighty Mur anywhere. So thank you all for checking in. Thank you for the interaction in the chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Alistair, for offering to find my phone for me. I will set that up next time. I'm going to be making a big long list of things to check off before I stream next time. I'm going to just be on top of things. You won't even believe it. But thank you. Happy birthday, I Should Be Writing. And Underpope has been listening since the very beginning. I really appreciate it, Underpope. And I guess that is it. Everyone take care of yourself, and remember that you should be writing. Remember, you can support the show at patreon.com/mightymur. I Should Be Writing theme music provided by John Anelio. You can find more about him at johnanelio.com. This podcast is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Share-alike license.
Is on TV.